The morning sun cast its golden glow over San Francisco, painting the streets in soft warmth as Emily Carter stood on her apartment balcony. At 25 years old, Emily had lived in the bustling city for 3 years, working as a freelance graphic designer. Life in San Francisco wasn't always easy, but Emily had built a small yet meaningful world around her. Her best friend, Chloe Williams, had been part of that world since college. Chloe was more than just a friend. She was the kind of person who showed up with soup when Emily was sick, who listened late into the night when Emily's heart was heavy, and who knew exactly how to make her laugh when things seemed overwhelming. Chloe lived with her mother, Linda Williams, in a cozy house just outside the city. Linda had raised Chloe alone after her husband passed away when Chloe was little, and through the years, Linda had been not only a loving mother but also a strong figure in Chloe's circle of friends. Emily often visited them, and slowly, Linda had come to see Emily almost like a second daughter. The warmth and kindness Linda carried in her heart made her house feel like a second home to Emily. Emily remembered her very first visit to Chloe's house during their sophomore year. She had been nervous about meeting Linda, wondering if she would be strict or distant. Instead, she was welcomed with a smile, a plate of homemade cookies, and a genuine conversation that made Emily feel at ease. That simple warmth became one of Emily's most cherished comforts. Over the years, as Emily spent more time with Chloe's family, her bond with Linda deepened in unexpected ways. Linda often encouraged Emily, supporting her through challenges with her career, gently guiding her when she doubted herself, and reminding her that she was capable of more than she believed. Sometimes, Emily felt that Linda understood her even better than she understood herself. It wasn't unusual for the three of them, Emily, Chloe, and Linda, to sit together late into the night in the Williams' living room, sipping tea and sharing stories. It was during these moments that Emily began to realize the unique place Linda held in her life. One autumn evening, as the fog rolled into the bay, Emily found herself sitting across from Linda at the dining table. Chloe had gone upstairs to take a call, leaving Emily and Linda alone. The conversation started simply about work and the latest design project Emily had been working on. But then it drifted into more personal territory. "Emily," Linda said softly, her voice carrying that mix of gentleness and strength Emily had always admired, "you've grown so much since I first met you. I've seen you push through struggles, take chances, and keep going even when it wasn't easy. I want you to know I'm proud of you." Emily felt a lump form in her throat. She wasn't used to hearing such affirmations, and they stirred something deep inside her. "Thank you, Linda," she whispered. "You've always been there for me, and it means more than I can say." Linda reached across the table, placing her hand gently over Emily's. "You're part of this family, Emily. Don't ever forget that." That night lingered in Emily's thoughts for weeks. She realized how much she valued Linda's presence, not just as Chloe's mother, but as someone who had become a guiding light in her life. The respect and affection she felt grew stronger, and it sometimes left her heart unsettled. She wondered if she was allowed to feel such closeness, if it was something Linda also felt in her own way. Emily never dared to speak about it openly, not even to Chloe, but she carried it quietly in her heart. Winter came, with the city streets glowing under holiday lights. Emily spent Christmas with Chloe and Linda, surrounded by laughter, music, and the smell of roasted turkey. The Williams house was alive with warmth, and Emily felt more at home there than she ever had in her own apartment. On Christmas Eve, after Chloe had gone to bed, Emily helped Linda tidy up the kitchen. They worked side by side, talking in hushed voices about holiday memories. At one point, Linda looked at Emily with a thoughtful smile. "You know, Emily, sometimes I think fate brings people into our lives for reasons we don't always see at first. I'm grateful Chloe met you. You've been such a blessing to both of us." Emily's chest tightened, her emotions swirling. "You've been a blessing to me too," she replied, her voice trembling slightly. Months passed, and with spring came new beginnings. Emily's career took a positive turn when she landed a big design contract with a San Francisco tech startup. Chloe cheered her on, and Linda hosted a small celebration dinner in Emily's honor. That evening, after everyone had left the dining table, Emily found herself standing with Linda on the back porch, watching the stars above. The air was cool, the night quiet except for the distant hum of the city. Emily hesitated, but finally found the courage to speak. Linda, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. You've been such an important part of my life. I don't think I'd be where I am without your support. I want you to know how much you mean to me. Linda turned to her, her eyes warm but serious. Emily, she said softly, I know. I've seen it in the way you look at me, in the way you care. I've felt it too, and I need you to know it's okay. Emily's heart raced. She hadn't expected such a response, hadn't dared to hope for it. You mean you don't mind? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. Linda smiled, a gentle, knowing smile. No, Emily. I don't mind. I say yes to whatever this connection is between us. It's real, and it's something we don't need to be afraid of. Relief and gratitude washed over Emily like a wave. For the first time, she felt that the feelings she carried so quietly had been acknowledged and accepted. Linda's acceptance was not just a word. It was an embrace of everything Emily had been too afraid to admit. From that day forward, their bond only deepened. It wasn't about labels or definitions, but about trust, care, and mutual respect. Chloe noticed the closeness but welcomed it, happy that her mother and her best friend shared such a meaningful connection. For Emily, life in San Francisco no longer felt overwhelming. With Chloe by her side as a best friend and Linda's steady presence offering guidance and acceptance, Emily felt she had found a family, a home, and a sense of belonging she had always yearned for. Years later, Emily would look back on those moments and remember the quiet nights of shared tea, the encouraging words that lifted her during her lowest days, and the gentle strength of a woman who had said yes to embracing her not just as a friend of her daughter, but as someone truly special. Their story was one of connection, courage, and the quiet beauty of acceptance. Emily learned that sometimes the most important bonds in life aren't the ones we expect, but the ones that grow naturally, nurtured by kindness and sincerity. And with Linda's simple but powerful yes, Emily discovered the kind of love that was pure, supportive, and enduring, the kind of love that turned a house into a home and a friendship into something that could last forever.